John Stamos here in partnership with Cologuard, and I've got to say, so you're 45 or older and at average risk. So what? That doesn't mean your life comes to a halt. No way. You can still do all the fun things you've been doing, but it's time to take your health a little more seriously. Colon cancer screening needs to be on your docket, and it's as simple as the Cologuard test. Don't worry. You got this.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Do you think it's possible that among us walk aliens, people from extraterrestrial beings? Now, of course, people are going to say, well, there's no verified, accepted evidence. You know, I don't know how you're going to verify. How do you verify? How do you verify? Hello, I'm an alien. Hey, listen, I'm hiring this new guy. I think he's an alien. How do you know? Let HR take care of that. I have no idea. How do you prove that? There's no accepted evidence that extraterrestrials are living among us in disguise. No court has recognized it. No government has confirmed it. No scientific body. That's the baseline. But why do you think the idea refuses to go away? And that alone, my dear friend, makes it worth investigating. You know, somebody told me one time, I don't think this acupuncture works. I said, why is that? It doesn't seem like it works. How can so many Chinese people for how many thousands of years be wrong? Oh, you're onto something. Yeah, maybe so. You think they're all crazy? I don't think so. You know, this cupping, do you ever see that cupping where they put that cup on your back and it sucks you up and you got these big hickeys on you? I was like, I don't know what this does. What do you think? Chinese are just gullible people? They say, hey, I like that. No, there's something to that. So if people have suggested, and I cannot be any more serious than I possibly am. I've never seen an alien. I don't know. But maybe that's the point. If they walked around and they had gill slits like frog babies, I think people would say, hey, that's an alien. And it would cause a problem. Why is this beyond the scope of possibilities? And for decades, my friend, you know that people have claimed encounters with beings, as our friend Ronnie did, that don't fit human categories. So are they crazy? And the descriptions vary, but certain patterns repeat. The most famous of the ones that we've met so far are, of course, as you know, the Greys. Small, thin fingers with large heads, black eyes. Then there are the Nordics, much like yourself. The Nordics, human-like, tall, almost idealized. Reptilian figures come up as well. That's my favorite. Often portrayed as shapeshifters, blending into positions of power. Whether you see these as imagination or symbolism. But by the way, they always talk about these three. You never see one that says, this one looks like an elephant. This one looks like a jack-o'-lantern. This one looks like Sonny Tufts or Margaret Mead. No, it's always these three. Why do they keep saying these same visions or versions? Why? Why is that? I know what you're thinking. You're thinking this is crazy, right? Come on, say it. Tell me why. Notice how people so far, we've asked so far the question, why? And nobody can tell you about why they believe. They speak with such asseveration. I don't understand. This is the way it is. Why? I don't know. What about the abduction experiences? Do you think people are crazy? Do you think reports of, remember Betty and Barney Hill? Do you think reports of individuals waking up, unable to move, sensing a presence, seeing figures at the edge of perception, or maybe finding things? Remember this Dr. Lear? Remember how they found little pieces of metal? Remember this one particular Dr. Lear? He was a podiatric surgeon. It's like L-E-I-R, L-E, I forgot, L-E-H, anyways, Lear. And he noticed this one particular, he did a fluoroscopy, and he said, you have in you, in your foot or the perlicue normally of your hand, a piece of metal or something. But the metal was in the body without any kind of irritation, meaning it wasn't cut, it wasn't forced, there was no trauma, it was just in it. And it had a little kind of like a biofilm around it, almost like it was accepted. Anyway, he took these, in fact, coming up, I'll give you the story about it. He took these pieces of metal, this is from memory, And he sent it to, I believe it was a college, university, to see where is this metal from. Didn't tell anybody didn't say anything about where he got it from. And they said, this is not of this world or elsewhere. I'm going to follow up on that. The question we have to ask is very simply this. And I mean this. I am not kidding. You've got to tell me, first of all, is this just impossible?